Well, thank you for turning out for the insect portion of today's crop hour. Now we'll move on to diseases, and we have a little different of a treat for you. We have Dr. Madeline Shires, who is our new extension plant pathologist here at SDSU Extension. We're very excited to have her. She started here at the end of August, and she's been busy since she's taken on that role. So she will start off the corn diseases, and then we will switch and transition to Dr. Tamara Jackson-Sims from University of Nebraska-Lincoln. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Dr. Shires to kind of kick off the corn diseases here in South Dakota.
Okay, so I am going to do a pretty brief talk and just kind of cover some corn diseases. So the first slide here is talking about the top corn diseases that were reported in 2021 through Crop Protection Network. You can see that tar spot was the most significant disease or pathogen in losses, followed by Fusarium stalk rot, gray leaf spot, southern rust, and northern corn leaf blight. So I'm just going to kind of talk about a few of these that we could see here in South Dakota. Some of the most common bacterial diseases of corn are Goss's wilt and leaf blight, which is this picture here. And those lesions kind of start in near the midrib and kind of look water soaked, and then they'll turn to these more dried out looking lesions. Bacterial leaf streak on corn is another one that we could see here in South Dakota, and this picture here is a good example of that. Whenever you hold leaves with these symptoms on it up to the light, you can kind of see a yellow halo around those different lesions. Viral diseases on corn, we don't see a lot of viruses here in South Dakota on corn. There have been a few viruses that are reported in the Great Plains region. Two of the viruses that we could see on corn in South Dakota but have not seen much are High Plains wheat mosaic virus and maize chlorotic mottle virus. But again, we rarely see these. I just wanted to bring up the point that viruses do affect corn on various years. Then we get into our fungal diseases, which are probably the diseases that most of us are really familiar with. Tar spot, again, one of the biggest and most impactful fungal diseases. Then we also have the Fusarium rots, gray leaf spot, common rust, and northern corn leaf blight. There are tons and tons of literature out there on the internet if you have any questions about those, or you can contact us at the Plant Diagnostic Clinic to get some more information. I am now going to talk a little bit about tar spot. Some of you may have heard we found tar spot in 6 South Dakota counties in October of 2022. It's very likely that it is in several other counties, but we were kind of late getting out to scout. So tar spot is a fungal disease caused by Phylochoromatus. And you can see here, these are the different spots that the pathogen causes. And Tamara will probably describe this to you as well, but when she was teaching me about it, it's like you dipped a paintbrush into black paint and kind of just splattered it onto the corn leaves. We did not find a significant amount of tar spot in any fields. It's very likely that we may not need to be spraying for it actively for the next year or two because it looks like the incidence levels are pretty low. We are starting on research in 2023 to kind of get a better picture of how widespread it is and what the incidence levels are. So a little bit more on tar spot. This is the most current map, and you can see here in South Dakota, here's our counties. So these are the counties we were able to confirm in 2022. Union County had the highest incidence, and again, high incidence is relative. It was still extremely low. There were only a couple of lesions per leaf and only a few leaves per plant were affected. So very, very low incidence. Clay County, Yankton County, Turner, Lincoln, and McCook. McCook had the lowest incidence, and it was pretty hard to find those spots in that field. But yeah, those are the counties that we have found for this for 2022. So with that, here's my contact info. Feel free to call or email me if you have any questions about any row crop diseases. And then here's also Connie Strunk's contact info. And with that, I am ready to turn this over to Tamara. Let me stop screen sharing.
Well, thanks a lot, Madeline. I appreciate that. Connie, anything to share before I jump in?